Boom, enhanced brand content. It's important, and it's really important on your mobile phone because it actually shows up. So we're going to be talking with Anthony, who they make enhanced brand content. Do you want to go make your own enhanced brand content? Go look at how complex it is. You probably don't. So what should we do? We want to make enhanced brand content. We come to you guys, but like, what do we even put in our enhanced brand content? And is it even worth our time?
Yeah, so with enhanced brand content, it's super important, right? Like if you spent the money to go and get brand registered, you got your trademark, it's something that you absolutely want and you want it to look really good. Now, enhanced brand content has kind of evolved over the past couple of months and over the past couple of years. Back in the day, enhanced brand content was essentially just like you had an image, and then you had blocks of text beneath that. Now we're getting into a scenario where Amazon's giving you a lot more templates that you can use for your enhanced brand content just to make it look very clean. So when we're designing enhanced brand content, and like Brock said, back in the day, you could kind of create your own enhanced brand content with just the image and then the text beneath it. It was pretty simple to do. But now if you want enhanced brand content that's going to look really good, you really have to have a designer that's going to lay it out. What we try to do with our enhanced brand content is to get away from just the image and then the block of text. Because like we've said many times throughout this interview, people just do not read blocks of text. So what we try to do is we try to have really big banners with titles and headlines, and then subheaders. And then if we are doing blocks of text, we try to keep those minimalist as possible. Also, and like we can pull up an example of this in our portfolio as well. We just try to have really cohesive designs for what's actually going to go in the enhanced brand content. So rather than looking like it's this disjointed, combination of text and images, we try to make it look like it's all designed to be one big document, which is the EBC.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen here quick, but go ahead. Do you have something else to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, one more thing is like, here's the big advantage of having enhanced brand content over having just a description. If you've got a description, it's a big block of text. People are either, at best, they're going to skim through it, but probably more realistically, they're just going to skip it entirely. Versus the EBC, if I can have a title and it shows like, here's a key point, and then I have some subtitles that are showing maybe 3 or 4 other key points, even if I'm only skimming over the subtitles or the subheadings, it's going to sell the benefits and the features of your product much quicker than trying to have them search for those things inside of the description.
Okay, so what is this enhanced brand content right here that we've got pulled up, correct? Can you see that?
Yeah, so you're going to have to, yeah, so cool. That's an example of, we have 2 different types of enhanced brand content along a spectrum, right? So this one is an example of enhanced brand content that is text heavy. This has a lot of text in it, but even still, you'll see that we still have keep the heat in the kitchen. We've got this big title, and then the images that are showing, it actually shows a title on it as well. So even if I don't read the big block of text, I can get the idea of where I'm going.
So basically, Brock, if you look at the images and the headlines, and then if they're really interested, they look at the text. That's kind of the strategy here.
Bingo, right? You want to kind of pull them in, and then if they see something else that they want to see, they'll continue reading. If you could scroll down to the fidget spinners, that enhanced brand content is one that's a lot more design heavy. This is a simple product. I don't really need very much text to communicate that. And you'll see that it looks like, rather than just being imaged in sets of text, it looks like it's kind of all combined into one.
Oh, this is a nice page. Okay, so this is the more design heavy enhanced brand content.
Yeah, and you can see there, it's like, this is totally different than the original template for Amazon EBC. This looks like it's all designed to be into one thing. It's much more focused on the features. It looks like it's intentionally designed just all in one. This is something, if you're trying to find a designer that can actually work within the template of that Amazon gives you and what is compliant, this is something that's very difficult to find someone to do well. Like, they really have to be experienced. And if you are going to search for someone, if you're on Fiverr, Upwork, look for someone that has specifically done Amazon EBC or Amazon A+ content in the past.
I don't even know how I would describe this. Like, yeah, this is wonderful. That looks really good.
Yeah. And so again, like, just to reemphasize, the reason that you want EBC versus just having a description is like, if I can see a few key points from this and it looks good, like, what would you rather read, Brock? Would you rather read this, or would you rather read 2 paragraphs of text talking about your fidget spinner? Like, obviously we're going to pick this.
Yeah, right. So I guess this is going to be the question though is I've heard that with enhanced brand content, I don't know how accurate it is. I mean, you guys probably know. Do you not index now for your description though? Is that the downfall of using enhanced brand content?
There is still text that is indexed. It just depends what template you're on.
Oh,
Obviously, like in this banner here, if it's saying fidget spinner and it's got these icons and stuff, like that's not, those aren't going to be indexed. But down at the bottom of the screen, there are still blocks of text that you can put in. And in the gloves that we were just looking at, that first EBC, that still does have blocks of text beneath that, and those, from what I understand, will still be indexed.
okay. So only specific parts of it will index. So you guys gotta, I mean, you can easily A/B test that if you go watch the videos on how to index, and then you could try it out, and then you see.
Yeah.
Because it's probably always changing too. I mean, nothing is the
And keep in
same.
mind, like, you know, the bulk of what you actually have, you know, in terms of SEO for your listing, it's going to come from your back-end search terms anyway. Like, yes, there is a marginal benefit that if you want to keyword stuff in your bullet points in your description that it's going to have. But again, like, you're not going to sell double your products because of, you know, it's only going to help with the traffic side of things, like getting people actually to your listing to have you rank. But you got to think, like, the biggest challenge that you're going to have in terms of making sales is your conversion optimization, actually increasing your conversion rate. So I'd say, like, if you already have a lot of traffic coming to your listing and you have a low conversion rate, then that's probably because your listing doesn't look that good, or because people can't understand, does this product cover all the needs that I have?
Okay, awesome, sweet. Well, that's a good overview. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper into enhanced brand content and look at some examples in the next one.